let your age hold you down, 'cause age is just a number. Every single day, exercise, dieting and walking, a powerful blend. This will change your life forever, right until the end. Keto and fasting, a path to embrace, healing mind, body and spirit, finding your true place. Loving yourself first, that's where it all starts. Healing the whole selves from the inside out. No more doubts, no more fears, no more living in doubt. So come on over, join my YouTube family. Let's win together, me and you. At my weight loss journey, my keto granny, we will soar, achieve your goals and so much
Hello. Welcome into my channel. Let me know that you can hear me. I hope that you can. Let me cut this off over here on the side. But how is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? First of all, happy Saturday. I'm so glad that you're able to join me this morning. I hope that you all were able to join everyone else for their lives this morning. Welcome in, Blue True One. All righty now. Love this music. Thank you so much, Lady KT. Got me dancing. Yes, that's my new theme song. I got that. You all, if you are interested in anything like that, make sure that you check out Geo. She is fantastic. Make sure that you check her out. Blue True One says she likes my theme song. Thank you so much. I do have some other things that I'm rolling out, and next week I get to roll it all out at one time. You all, I have some fantastic guests that are lined up for the month of August. I have every Saturday booked for August from here on out. I have one Saturday that's open that I am looking for one more creator to put in that spot about their weight loss journey. So I have sent out some I don't want to say, sent out my feelers to people, and I'm waiting for some responses, but you will love the people that I have lined up for you. One of my first guests is going to be talking about GLP-1s, and she has a channel called GLP-1 Review. Lots of great information. I'm going to put up the thumbnail with everything later on after I finish my show today. But how is everyone doing? I hope that you have had a fantastic week. Look, I got to show off my fan. You guys. How they say, pop that fan. Oh, pop. So next time y'all see me, I'm going to be doing that boots on the ground, you know, popping that fan. Pop that fan. Anyhow, I'm just having fun. I'm so glad that you did like my theme song. Hey, welcome in also Harjarine Annette. Harjarine says, where them fans at? Yes, bring your fans because we can surely pop our fans doing the live. Yes, we can. But anyhow, everyone, I am so glad that you're able to join me this morning. I see some flickering on my screen. I don't know why. but I'm hoping that nothing crazy is getting ready to happen. I've had so many issues. Sometimes just, looking at things right here. GLP-1 journey in review. Thank you for joining this morning. Thank you so much, you all. She says, nice fan. Yes, I'm learning how to pop that fan. Anyhow, I am so glad that you all are here. You all, and the young lady that I have that's going to be on next Saturday, GLP-1 journey in review, she is here. But she will be my guest for next week. So make sure that you do tune in to the program. Let's see. I don't know why this is flickering, so I am going to go out for just a moment and come back in and see if that helps. And what I'm going to do is probably end up just putting on some music for just a moment. Let's see here, because I don't know why it's glitching like that. I have no idea why it's glitching like that. But you all listen, I'm going to go ahead and play my theme song one more time while I try to figure this out. And let me know what you think about it, okay?
Miles living my best life. Don't let your age hold you down, 'cause age is just a number. Every single day, exercise, dieting and walking, a powerful blend. This will change your life forever, right until the end. Keto and fasting, a path to embrace, healing mind, body, and spirit, finding your true place. Loving yourself first, that's where it all starts. Healing the whole selves from the inside.
Okay, I cannot figure out what is going on with the flickering. Do you all still see the flickering on your side? I see the flickering. Okay. I'm going to have to create me a theme song for when. Yes, I tell you, it does. I love my theme song. Um, Changes. I'm not for sure why it's flickering, but I hope that it stops. But anyhow, I'm here today. We're going to talk about the keto diet, GLP-1s, everything in between. And then, like I said, GLP-1 Journey in Review is going to be my guest next week. So make sure that you all tune in. Um, okay, it seems to have stopped for just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and post the link today, you all, over in the comment section. So if anybody wants to come up on stage, let me make sure I got it in here too. If anybody wants to come up on stage and join in the conversation, they can just click on that link. Especially if you know a lot about the GLP-1s. As you know, I do mainly the keto diet. The keto diet has worked for me for so long. It has been a savior for me, the ketogenic diet. Um, and keto is where you're eating like 70 to 75% worth of fat is going to, and I mean healthy fats, you all, not just fats, but healthy fats. And healthy fats, I mean things like um, you got salmon, you got your olive oil, avocado oil, you got almonds, nuts, seeds. But there are different things that you can eat to get your healthy fats. It's not just sitting up eating a bunch of fat. You have to have certain type of fats that you are eating if you are doing the ketogenic diet. Also, you'll be eating about 20 to 25% worth of protein and 5 to 10% worth of carbs. The lower that you keep your carbs, the better that you're going to do on the ketogenic diet. It's about reducing your carbohydrate intake, keeping it ideally below 20 total carbs, but you can do 20 net carbs, which is also very, very good. The ketogenic diet it was a saving for me because I was on my way to being diabetic, still morbidly obese. So I'm still working on that. I haven't been out of that classification in a long, long time, morbidly obese. Is anybody else here classified as morbidly obese? Or am I the only one? Oh, all alone by myself. I gotta pop my fan on that. Anyhow, I'm just sitting here having fun today, anyhow. But if you want to come up, I would be so glad to have you join me up here on the stage today. But anyhow, GLP-1s, that's something that I'm interested in. I went and I talked to my nutritionist, and he gave me a diet that was for 1,200 calories, and it's doing keto, and then I can use it in conjunction with trying a GLP-1. I talked to my doctor, I believe that's Tuesday, in regard to the GLP-1s. So I have been trying to get as much information about this medication as I can before, I get to the appointment so I can have all my questions together, that I want to ask her. But then also, people have been getting such good benefits from using the GLP-1. So sometimes, you know, it just feels like that's a little easier. I hear them talking about the food noise and things. So in comparison to keto, I look at it like, so when they're talking about the food noise, are they referring to when I refer to when I am hangry, when I am feeling hangry and I just have to have something to eat right away? Is that what they're referring to when they refer to food noise? Um, and they say that taking the GLP-1 helps control the food noise. It helps control, I guess, your wanting to eat is the way I take it. The research that I have pulled up, it says that the eating on GLP-L1s do not require a specific diet. So you can have a varied diet if you are eating on GLP-1s. I was under the impression that I could not do keto and use GLP-1s because it wouldn't be a good thing to do. But after talking to my nutritionist and him giving me a diet that fits that criteria, I'm really anxious to start trying it. But I would advise anyone before they do that, doing the ketogenic diet and combining it with the GLP-1, to make sure that you see a nutritionist or a doctor and talk to them first, because I do believe that has to be very well supervised in order to do something like that. You don't want to start doing combining like certain that diet with the GLP-1 and then injure yourself or hurt yourself. GLP-1 Journey in Review says, here, let me get over here. Show. Constantly thinking of food, thinking of next meal while eating is food noise. Okay. Oh, so I got that. I got food noise. Not as much as I used to have, but when I first started doing the keto diet, it was like I put myself not on the schedule, but I always did look forward to my next meal, because I was like, okay, so I'm going to eat at 11 o'clock. And then I would think about, okay, what am I going to eat? And then look forward to my next meal. So constantly thinking of food, thinking of your next meal while eating is food noise. Okay, thank you, GLP-1, for explaining that to me, helping me understand that. There are a lot of things that I know that I do not understand about the GLP-1. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do this series, comparing GLP-1s to keto diets, to carnivore diets, to weight loss surgeries, to whatever a person does in order to lose weight, because they are all tools for us to lose weight and to get healthier. So we should learn about all of them and how that we can use them together, to be better, instead of people complaining about, oh, you cheated, you took the easy way out. There is no easy way out as far as weight loss, as far as I'm concerned. Now, pop your fan on that. Anyhow. Normally when I'm in here doing my lives and stuff, I'm sitting here sweating most of the time. And Got my fan on today, and it's not as hot outside today. It's still in the 80s. And then I decided, hey, I got a couple of fans. Why don't I use those and just pop my fan? But anyhow, you all, like I said, I'm just having some fun with my live today. You got to have fun sometimes. Don't just be a stuffed pepper all the time, okay? Don't be a stuffed pepper all the time. But anyhow, like I said, I put my put the link up there if anybody wants to come up and talk about their weight loss journey or share anything. Now, I have done the carnivore diet also. And when I did the carnivore diet, I really did like doing that. And that mainly for me was just mainly meats is what I ate on the carnivore diet. I believe the carnivore diet allows you to eat things like eggs, meat, and then I season with just things like mustard. Um, and then for like when I do my salmon burgers or something like that, I make my own seasonings for my different things like that because that way I know exactly what I'm putting in my seasonings because I do use seasonings that are and dressings from the store, but they have a lot of different stuff in it. And it seems like everything's got soybean oil in it. Just about everything I use, I go in there and look, it's got soybean oil in it. So you got to make sure that you're reading the labels when you are getting these different foods to eat. Now, now I'm saying that because I'm keto, and you know, as far as the soybean oil. Um, but does anyone here use GLP-1s, and then how do you eat? Do you follow a certain diet? Do you have to eat a certain amount of protein? What requirements do you have, as far as eating? Margarine and that says, I used your link to get StreamYard. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Margarine. Thank you so much. Okay. Um, And then, like I told everyone, if you're interested in the theme songs, check out Geo. Go and check out Team Bill with Geo, you all. We all in there. She also helps people with monetizing their YouTube channels. Again, that's Team Bill with Geo. Make sure that you check Team Bill with Geo out. I love to give shout outs in here in my YouTube lives. And let's see who all is here because I don't want to miss anyone. So this morning, welcome in Blue21, a great follower and a sister. I call her my sister now. Margarine Annette, welcome in. GLP-1 Journey in Review. I'm so glad that you are here also. But everyone, welcome in. And like I said, if anyone has information that they want to share, you're welcome to come up. Margarine Annette says, I use GLP-1s. I do intermittent fasting and watch what I eat. So it sounds like you don't just follow a specific diet nutrition plan. You eat. Basically, it sounds like what you want, but you do intermittent fasting and watch what you eat. Great. That sounds great. What's their name for the theme song? Team Bill with Geo. Team Build with Geo. And Geo may come on in here today. And if she does, I'll make sure that I mention that she's here and let everyone know. Oh, hello, M. Ray. I'm so glad to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope that you're feeling better. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Yes, I am. Anyhow, talking this morning about the GLP-1s, keto, carnivore, any type of diet that you eat, weight loss surgeries, everything, all of that counts as tools in different ways for us to progress on our weight loss journey. So that is what this is, to encourage each other and to inspire one another to keep going, because we can reach our goals, y'all. You can reach your goals. The total weight loss that I lost was 157 pounds. But I gained back about 100. No, I gained back 30 something pounds, close to 40 pounds. So I was able to keep off. Right now I have 130 pounds that I've been able to keep off. And what does that say over there? Total of 157 was lost. And the smallest that I was 211 pounds. And I have I have a picture of that here. Um, as you can see, I had to keep going and just don't give up on yourself. Never ever give up on yourself. When I first started, I had over 200 pounds that I needed to lose. I couldn't wrap my head around that, so I split it up. And when my goal was just to lose 100 pounds. I lost 100, like I said, 157 total. So I was very happy that able to maintain and keep it off for several years. But during COVID was when I ended up gaining most of, uh, that most of that extra 30 something pounds back. Now, I haven't gotten it all off, but my goal is to get down to 199 pounds by the end of this year. By the end of this year, I want to get down to 199 pounds. So that's what I'm working on. GLP-1 Journey Review says high protein, low carb, fruit, veggies, small portions, calorie deficit. Moderation is key. That's true. It is. Moderation is key. Now, for me, I really hadn't just been counting a lot of calories because I hadn't gotten used to counting calories. Ever since I've been doing the ketogenic diet, I really haven't counted calories and still lost weight. But I feel like that's why I'm also in a stall right now, that I may need to add in counting calories to make sure that I am in a calorie deficit. Now, I know sometimes I'm in a calorie deficit because I'm not eating the same type of foods, and I have a general idea of the fat content and carb content of those foods. So to me, when I'm not eating certain things, I know that I am in a calorie deficit. So I know that that helps. Also, once you start eating a certain way, you will learn what foods agree with you and what foods don't agree with you. And you will learn what foods that you can eat in order to maintain your weight loss, or either sometimes to get your scale going again. Now, okay, when I went to see my nutritionist, he told me, he said, we were talking and we were talking about the ketogenic diet and different stuff like that. And finally, he just told me, he said, you know how to do this. He said, you know how to do this. I told him, yes, I do know how to do it, but I'm just having problems just getting back to my clean, strict keto like I want to in order to get that scale moving fast. So he did give me a diet that's going to help me do that. And what I do like about the diet that he gave me was he used a lot of the foods in there that I like chicken, fish, and beef. Those are the main meats that I will be eating on my diet. Now, when you are, using your GLP-1s and stuff, what are some of the, does anyone have like a certain food that they like to eat? Does anyone on here do meal preps or anything like that when you're using GLP-1s? Is that something that's necessary to have a meal prep? Or is that something that you want to get away from when you're doing GLP-1s, especially since you're talking about like the food noise? What's a good way to work that in as far as doing meal preps? For me, until someone wants to answer different, for me, I think that I will continue to do meal preps so that I can still have some food readily available for me in the refrigerator. Because if I don't have something available when I want to eat, then I am going to be off kilter of what I am going to be doing. Um, let's see over here in the chat. Now, from what I have seen with people using the GLP-1s and using the ketogenic diet or carnivore diet or different ways to eat like that, they're having some great results as far as with their weight loss and everything. But also, I would like to know, I was reading some different things here. Let me get my notes, because I did have some notes and I done got way off track from my notes right now. But it says here, we're talking about GLP-1s. Combining GLP-1s with keto can lead to rapid weight loss, but it might be challenging to maintain due to the dietary restrictions, which is true. It can also lead to nutrient deficiencies if not balanced well. Very, very important for you to make sure that you're eating balanced, well nutritious meals. If you are doing keto, and if you're doing keto, period, because a lot of people sometimes say that that's the problem that they have with keto, that they don't feel like they're getting enough nutrition and different stuff like that. I don't have that problem. I feel like I get a lot of nutrition on the ketogenic diet because I eat a lot of vegetables already, and I am eating a lot more protein now. So I feel like my meals are really, really good and I don't have any nutrient deficiencies. Also, I do still take supplements because I feel like that does help. GLP-1 in review says continue as you normally eat on GLP-1. You will eat smaller portion as your digestion is slower. Okay, great. That's good information there. Now, I have been listening and I've been hearing them talk about that when you are using GLP, what GLP-1s do is it slows down your digestion. So that does mean that food sits longer in your stomach. Am I correct or not? And I know low carb queen, she said that sometimes she feels like the food is just sitting there fermenting in her. And so um, I do understand that the food goes through your digestive tract a little slower. And I guess that is what causes, is that what causes the weight loss? Because um, because of that action, does anyone know that's here? Let's see right here. It says combining, so there's a risk of side effects from both the meds and the diet. It's a powerful combo, but needs careful management. Um, what I got from my nutritionist is that he does understand about the ketogenic diet and using GLP-1. And I don't think no anyone would tell you to do anything that's going to hurt you, but he does know the amount of weight that I have lost. Um, Following a 1,200 calorie keto diet alongside GLP-1, said it is a structured approach, but it's essential to monitor my nutrient intake and my energy levels and keep communication with my doctor open also. So that's something that I, will be working on and doing also. Now, I think it's important that whatever way you choose to lose weight, whether you're using um, the keto diet, protein sparing modified fast, that's another popular diet that's very good as far as losing weight. Carnivore, ketovore. If you have to have surgeries, some people use the pills and then the GLP-1s and different things. But um, having the right mindset is half the battle. Having the right mindset is what's going to get you through and being consistent. So we have to make sure that we're in the right mindset, that we're ready to commit, and that we're ready to do what is necessary in order to reach our goals. And I'm not saying that's going to be a perfect journey because my journey is far from perfect. It's not going to be a perfect journey at all. And a lot of times when we're looking at weight loss, some things we don't think about, y'all, we don't think about mental wellness. Mental wellness is very much a part of a weight loss journey and a health journey. You have to have that mental and that spiritual in there also in order for all of this to work and for it to be a smooth journey. You have to combine all of those things. So I do have some um, creators who will be on here talking to you about um, mindset, talking to you about mindfulness while you're on your weight loss journey and how this can all be worked in to your weight loss journey, into your health journey, where it is so beneficial for you and will help you so much. GLP-1 says you will eat less since digestion is slower. Science says if you are interested, a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. I do not track, but have an idea of calories intake and output. Okay, that's kind of how I operate. Also, like while I'm doing the ketogenic diet. So to me, I feel like I have a good enough plan for me that if I decide to use keto in conjunction with the GLP-1, if I decide to go that way, that it would be a good plan for me and that I'll be able to see some good results. As I said for myself, I want to do it as like a type of a booster to get me out of a stall that I'm in. So that is why I was considering even using a GLP-1 because, like I said, I feel like anything that is made available, you can use it as a tool, and you don't have to feel ashamed about using GLP-1. You don't have to feel ashamed about weight loss surgery. You don't have to feel ashamed about doing a diet and failing. If weight loss was that easy, everybody would be doing it, but everybody is looking for ways to use to help us get to our goals. Also, make sure if you are starting on a weight loss journey or if you're wanting to start the GLP-1s, make sure that you go through doctors. I was looking where I saw on some sites, it looks like you can just sign up on the sites and get these GLP-1s through them. I don't know. To me, I guess if you really want to try it, you can do that. But I feel the best way is to go through a doctor, physician, nutritionist, somewhere, someone, and someone who knows about the medications and how to use the medications and everything. There are a lot of programs that I saw um, that just say, okay, I saw one this morning that popped up that says that I could start my GLP-1 journey for $49. Now, I was really skeptical of that. That popped up on my Facebook and YouTube or something somewhere, and I clicked on it just to read. Um, got to jump. Okay, thank you for stopping by GLP Journey, and you have a great day. I'll see you soon. But anyhow, you all, like I said, just doing your research is going to help you so much to try to understand. And then when you get all these questions, you can ask people who are already on these medications, and maybe they will share with you what, you know, how these medications are working with them and their bodies. So, as I said, so eating on a GLP-1, I found out does not require a certain way of eating. I've heard people say that they eat 6 meals a day on their GLP-1s or that they're constantly eating. Um, Now, for me, I would still want to just eat. I think I would do like 2 meals a day. Try to stick to maybe 2 meals a day, a main meal, and maybe like a meal that's a snack or protein and with a little bit of fat or something like that. For me, as far as for a second meal, and I would be satisfied with that. But I do know doing it like that, I would have such rapid weight loss. Then my concerns to me would be having enough energy. That would be my next thing. Having enough energy if I was eating like that. As I said, I do take supplements, and I believe these supplements are very important. The ones that I take, I do like vitamin C, I do zinc. What else? I got my vitamin D. I got my uh, what's that? The multivitamin. I have my magnesium. I have my potassium. Then I have also, like I said, I have the element electrolytes that I can use. M-Ray, okay, I would go with your PCP first. You may be eligible based on your comorbidity. Comorbidity. Yes. That is who I would check with first as far as trying to get the Mounjaro and everything. Now, for myself, I did call my insurance company, and the insurance company told me that they did not cover any GLP-1s, is what she said. But what I understand from my doctor that there's a way that if you have certain comorbidities, that they can submit it, and that it may can be covered by your medical insurance. So that is more the route that I have to go. It's going to have to be based on some of my medical diagnoses, as far as if my um, GLP-1 will be covered by insurance or not. So that's going to be the next step for me um, to find out. Also, now from what I see, this medication is very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. I gotta pop my fan on that. Two pops. No, give it four. Very expensive. Very expensive. Hi, Betty Life Vlogs. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm so glad that you could join me for my live. I'm talking about just different weight loss journeys. different weight loss journeys. Pop it. But anyhow, y'all, I don't know. I don't know. The price is scary of this medication. They said that they are working to get the price down where it's more feasible for more people to be able to use the medication, because I know a lot of people could use this medication because a lot of people do find it hard to lose weight on the different diets, especially I see a lot of people who have trouble with the keto diet. Now for me, I wouldn't say that it's hard for me to do the keto diet or to, I just been eating the wrong stuff. Okay, I just been sometimes eating the wrong stuff, and like I said, I'm just here. I'm just like this hamster running on this hamster wheel, just losing the same 20 pounds over and over and over, for the past couple of years. But anyhow, like I said, I want to get off that hamster wheel. So that is why I am considering using the GLP-1 as a booster, Okay. Okay. But anyhow, let's see. What else could I talk about as far as the now ketovore is basically just another way to eat. Ketovore is another way to eat keto, except for you get to add in some vegetables when you do keto for. It's like carnivore with a small amount of vegetables is the way that I took ketovore to be. And I usually follow a young lady named Nisha. She's with Dr. Dr. Berry's wife, Nisha. So I follow her and look at her a lot as far as doing the ketovore. And she gives a lot of great information. Her and Dr. Kim Berry, they have a live, and I like to follow them. And lots of great information in there, you all, that they do give. And I also follow Dr. Eric Berg. I became a certified keto coach um, through Dr. Eric Berg. And I became a keto coach because I basically just wanted to learn about the ketogenic diet, how it worked, for myself, so that I could get great benefits from it and know exactly how to use it. So that has helped me a great deal as far as going through this course to become a keto coach. I do help people if they're interested in what I have to offer. So if you ever want to hit me up, just hit me up through my email or anything, and everything is done online. Low Carb Queen, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, but you know, your weight loss journey is your own, y'all. Like I tell everyone, you're gonna have to tweak it to make it look good for you. You're gonna have to tweak it where you make it appealing for you so that you'll stay on it. Betty Life Vlog says, I did carnivore for 30 days in January and the keto for 30 days in February. Then I got on Zepbound and been on it for 5 months. What type of results have you had, Betty Life Vlogs? Did you see any difference when you were doing the ketovore and the carnivore during that time, or did you struggle a little bit with those diets, and that's why you went to the Zepbound, or did you go to the Zepbound because you just wanted to have better results? If you would share that with us, that would really, really be great. That's information that I could use for myself, also helping me making my decision if this is the route that I want to go. Low Carb Queen says, I did not know you were a certified keto coach. Wow, congratulations. Yes, I am. I don't mention that a lot because I don't do a lot of coaching. But every now and then someone will reach out to me and want me to help them with something, and I will. But it's something that I'm thinking about, going back into, for the simple fact that I haven't done it here because I didn't know if I was going to stay here in Oklahoma, but we are considering a lot of different things. Um, and if we decide to stay here, I am looking into offering keto classes and also doing things at some different schools, different meeting venues, and hosting some keto classes for people here because I can see where it would be very, very beneficial because I don't see a lot of anything up here keto. But when I tell people about keto, I talk to them about keto and tell them about my weight loss. I'm always so excited. When I'm talking about it, they're really, really interested. So I have checked out a couple of office spaces that I have seen, as far as opening an office or something to that effect. But that's something that I'm still debating on, you know. Let's see. Betty Lifebox says, "Hello, low carb queen. Hey, at Betty Lifebox. Let's see. I enjoyed both. Okay, okay. She says that she enjoyed both when she did the keto diet. Betty Lifebox says, I did keto a couple of years ago, so I think my body got used to it. When you stop and go back to keto, it stopped working for me. It seems like that. That's what a lot of people say, but that's why I say it for myself. I think that it's just that I am not eating as clean as I used to when I started keto. When I first started the ketogenic diet, I was just so excited about it. When you're so excited about something when you first start, you're going to make sure you're doing everything right. You may even go that extra mile to make sure that you're doing things too right. You know what I'm saying? So I was so excited. So I made sure I was eating good strict keto. Once I found out about it, I started exercising more. I started walking more. I started drinking more water and staying hydrated. I started paying more attention to my electrolytes and things. And I think all of these things play a role in when you first start something like with me first starting ketogenic diet and being so excited and giving it my all. So I want to get, to that point again to start feeling like, hey, I can do this. And I've just started feeling like that, I would say, within the past 2 weeks. And then I got my gift, that scale. I love that scale. Getting up on it in the mornings, seeing how much I weigh. Today I went up a 0.2 pound. A 0.2 pound. But it was just a 0.2 pound. I think knowing I had to get on that scale and weigh this morning had something to do with that. Where it didn't go up a whole pound. I don't know that. I'm just kidding. But okay, Betty Lifebrock says, I lost 25 pounds on Zep bound so far, currently on 7.5 milligrams. Yes, I did notice that everyone uses different dosages also. So it seems like to me that when you're first starting any of these GLP-1s, that you start on the lowest dose. And a lot of the low doses that I've seen are like 2.5 or something like that. And then how long do you stay on like a beginning dose? Does anyone in the chat want to share that? How long do you stay on a beginning dose, or does it depend on how your body responds at that dose? And can your body respond at a dose that low of like 2.5? Can you actually have any weight loss at that dosage? Um, that would be a great question. If anyone could answer that for me, that'd probably be a question I'll pose to someone on my panel. Um, if starting at that low dosage will give you any results. Because I see people say that I'm on the 2.5, and some are saying I'm on the 5.0, I'm on the 7.5, I'm on the 10. I don't know how high it goes, but I think I've heard some go up as high as 10. I'm not sure. I believe 10 was the highest that I heard someone go. That's a great idea, especially schools like high school and colleges. Okay. 2.5, Betty Lifelock said. I did 6 weeks. I did lose some weight. Okay. So the 2.5 you did for 6 weeks, and I did lose some weight. So did it go up according to how you were doing on the medication? Or do they just keep you on the medication for a certain amount of time and then they raise you up to a different dosage? How does that work? Betty Life Block says 5 milligrams. I was on it for 2 months. Okay, so you went from 2.5 milligrams for 6 weeks, and then you went to 5 milligrams for 2 months. Okay. Okay. Low Carb Queen says she was at 2.5 and lost 13 pounds the first week or so, then stalled for 3 months. Okay, so you can lose weight on that lower dose of 2.5. Okay, Low Carb Queen says, I stalled because I was so constipated. Yes, I remember you talking about that constipation. Now, my nutritionist did mention that constipation. Yes, he did. He talked about constipation. He says that that is one of the main issues that people have when they are starting on the GLP-1s is constipation. So he did make some suggestions as to some different things, to do in order to avoid constipation while using GLP-1s or can help with that ahead of time before you actually get that problem. So I figured that since I know that I will be, um, if I decide to go ahead and do it, and since I know that I'll be taking the GLP-1, then I will have something here already to help me with that constipation part. I don't like being constipated. I remember the first time I got constipated real bad after I got older. I didn't know what it was. I thought I had a real bad stomach ache. And I was just walking around almost about to cry. Oh, something's wrong with my stomach. And when I went to the doctor, they told me that I had um, bowel movement, or whatever you want to call it, in my intestine. And I guess it was moving through slowly. I didn't know what to think. That had never, ever happened to me. But boy, was it painful. Was it painful? So I try to make sure that I try to avoid constipation. Now, that has been some years ago. I probably would say that was back in 2018, 2019, somewhere around there when I first started doing the ketogenic diet. Okay, Low Carb Queen says, I asked my doctor to keep me on 2.5 until I got my system together. Okay, I've heard you talking a lot about getting your system together. And what are you referring to? You're just talking about getting your body ready to start taking the GLP-1s. There were some things that you wanted to get adjusted. Is that what you mean when you say that you wanted to get your system together? Because I have been watching your videos, and I have noticed you when you're saying that you want to get your system together as far as getting the constipation out of your body and different things like that. Okay. Low carb queen, and she's laughing. But yeah, I know about that. I've learned about that constipation, and that is no fun. Not the fan. Oh yeah, I had to have the fan on that one. Constipation. Constipation. But anyhow, okay, Betty Lifeblog says, yes, constipation, but eat plenty of fiber, and I do digest the enzymes and plenty of water. Yes, that is the key to not being constipated. So since I know that, I hope that I'll remember to carry that over, even though I'm using GLP-1s. I may have the tendency to think that, some of the things that I'm doing for keto doesn't carry on, but being hydrated, I've heard everyone talking about making sure that you're drinking a lot of water. So I know that that is very, very important also, and getting in the fiber. So I feel like those things maybe I have under my belt coming in, should be able easy for me to do because I like eating vegetables, and I think I've got some good choices as far as fiber and the good vegetables. And it does help with my digestion. It does help with my bowel movement. That's one thing I do try to do is stay regular. I like to be regular at my age. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. Um, Okay, that's what low carb queen says. I was talking about getting my system regulated. Yes, yes. That is very, very important, you know. Okay, let's see. What's something else about GLP-1s that I had in my notes? It says it should start by setting some realistic goals. Now, just because I'm getting on the GLP-1, I don't want to start setting goals like I want to lose 5 pounds a week. Okay, Every time I'm doing my lives, I start getting a lot of phone calls. So I just kind of tell them, okay, I'll call you back. I'll call you back. But anyhow, so setting realistic goals. I talked to the doctor about that. And the goals that I set for myself are about 2.5 pounds per week is what I want to lose. So that was why he gave me the 1,200 calorie diet. And as he said, continuing with my exercise and things like that. So I feel like I said, I've got a solid plan. I'm going to be focusing on daily exercise. I'm going to be working every day at hitting my step goals. And my step goal is 10,000 steps a day. But on days that I just won't be able to get to that 10,000 steps, if I follow anywhere from 6,000 steps to close to that 10,000 steps, I would be happy for that. Also, I'm going to be working on fine tuning my keto approach to eating because I have just eaten like this for so long. It is so hard for me to change um, up and do different things. Sometimes, even if I'm eating some sweets, sometime and I know I'm not supposed to. Sometimes some sweets don't even taste good. I ate some potato chips the other day, and I tell you, when I tasted that potato chip, it actually really tasted like a piece of cardboard. But I still went ahead and ate those few chips. But that actually tasted like a piece of cardboard. And I was like, wow, this really tastes like a piece of cardboard. I didn't want the potato chip to taste like that because it was sweet heat barbecue. And I like barbecue. Oh, I'm having fun with my fan. Anyhow, Low Carb Queen says, exactly because I thought it was a miracle drug. Yes, that's exactly what I thought it was. The GLP-1s, a miracle drug. I can use that. I don't have to do no exercise, and the weight is just going to fall off. But someone said, that ain't how it works, Granny. You can't expect it like that, Granny. Okay, so I still got to exercise. I still have to put the work in. You know what? And I love it. I love working for whatever I get because if you work for it, you know what? You're going to hold on to it a lot longer. That's what I believe. Okay? Oh, Betty Slash laughed out loud. But anyhow, you all, let's see. Low Carb Queen says, yes, the taste buds do change. Okay, great, great. Because I have noticed also that the people who are using the GLP-1s, that they do tend to eat less. I have noticed that they do tend to eat less. And I figure, okay. But then one thing that does worry me about that, because I know that if you eat less, your body adapts and all that stuff. And does that cause your metabolism to be even slower? Does anyone know? Does that cause your metabolism to be any slower or not? Um, Betty Life Vlog says, I thought so too, but you got to exercise and eat better. Okay, that's why I said so. It seems like everything is still the same, but you just have another tool that you can now use in your toolbox. And I love that. I love the idea of having another tool that I can use in my toolbox to lose weight. Betty Life Vlog says, I need to eat more protein. I have had a hard time upping my protein, but now I have a system that works for me. I've been using the Vital Protein. Collagen has got 20 grams of protein in there, and I will use that in my Rise coffee. So that gives me 20 grams of protein. And then sometimes I'll have a protein yogurt, and those are 20 grams that I have. And I will add even a little bit of protein to that. Okay, so that's 60 grams of protein. And then I will eat my meats for today. And that gets me to that 100 grams of protein a day. And that's been working out great for me. But you have to drink a lot of water. I've been drinking a lot of water because I do not want to get constipated, y'all. I do not want to have that issue. Not today. Not today. Not today. Let's see. Low Carb Queen says, in the beginning, I felt like that because I was so tired all the time after first taking the shot. So you're saying that when you first take your shot, it makes you tired. Is that like a chemical reaction, or is that like your body getting used to the shot? Is that like your body? I don't know. Why are you getting tired? I felt like that because I was so tired all the time after first taking the shot. I know, like when I go out in the sun and I'm door dashing, okay, sometimes I lose my energy because the sun just sucks it up. It just seems to suck up my energy. Is that how you're talking about when you say tired? Or is your body just getting used to the medication? Okay, low carb queen says, but now my body seems to have adjusted to the injection, so I'm not tired. Okay, so it's just getting you to the injection. Um, Betty Life Vlogs says, oh, okay. Protein, protein, protein. That's what low carb queen says. Protein, protein, protein. Because that's what I've heard so many of everyone saying that you should have protein, protein, protein. Everyone is stressing using protein. So I've been making sure that I have been upping my protein. There was a point when, like, I stuck to my 20 to 25% worth of protein, but then I started looking at it and saying, okay, so if I'm giving my body 75% fat, my body is not really going to be burning my fat, not the way that I want it to be burning my fat. So I dropped my fat intake down and I try to keep it at 50 to 30% daily is what I'm aiming on keeping my fat intake at. And then on some days, it's okay for it to be higher, especially if I'm not, eating as much because I believe that's going to carry me through. Others, they believe protein is going to carry me through. Me, I'm just going to eat whatever is available as long as I keep my carbs low. That's my plan. I'm going to enjoy my food. And sometimes I'm going to do total carbs. Sometimes I'm going to do net carbs. It just depends on how I feel. You have to do what you feel like doing in order to be successful, okay? So I can't put out a diet and say, okay, today I'm gonna eat like this, tomorrow I'm gonna eat like this, because I may want to eat the same day for 2 or 3 days. That's what I do a lot. And I tell you, it saves on the budget when you do that. It does. Let's see. Betty Life Vlog says, I know that's right. Low Carb Queen says, drop the link and I'll explain. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link for you, Low Carb Queen. Come on up here. Drop the link. All right, so Low Carb Queen is going to come up here and join in with me. Great. And she's going to talk with us a little bit about the GLP-1s also, because like I said, I am learning and I am so, so glad to be learning along with you, because that way we can help each other learn, we can ask questions, and we can just explore, this together. So let me see. As soon as low carb is here, as soon as low carb queen comes up, then I'll pull her up in front here. But oh, great! Now, if there's anyone else who wants to come up, then click on that link. I got room for more than one or two up here. Okay. Low carb queen said that's the wrong link. I think. Let me see. It says. Well, let me go in the back and let me do an invite from back here. Invite guest. Copy it. Guest can stream. See, I'm new to all of this, so let me put this one in here and see what happens. We do it as a comment, I guess. So that's the wrong one. Now here's that second one. The one I just put up. Can you hit that one, low carb queen, and see if that one brings you to the back? I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn because I'm gonna keep on doing it till I learn. That's one thing I do. I'm gonna keep on doing it wrong until I get it right. How about that? But Queen, I'm really trying to get you up in here so that you can talk with us, you know, about these. Did that link work? I hear something. Little carb queen. There you Hey, there you go. There you go. Okay, you're already on here.
Okay.
You just a waving too. Okay, Queen. So now explain to us about that, about the GLP-1 we're talking about, not really having to change the way you eat and stuff, but I hear you, talking about eating a lot of protein and different stuff. Help us with some of this.
So when I first started, you really have to get adjusted, eating differently. So when I first started on the 2.5, I was just kind of eating regularly, and because it slows down, the GLP-1 slows down your metabolism. It keeps the food in your stomach longer. So that's why you get tired. You know what I mean? So yeah, so when you get that injection, it's going to initially make you tired. But well, that's what it initially did to me. And my understanding is because it literally slows the digestion process. So the food is in your stomach longer. You know how when you eat a good meal, you get real full and you get
Oh, that feeling. Tired.
exactly.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes, so that's what happens. So like for the next day or two, it's just like, oh my God, why am I so tired? Because you
Okay,
eating,
okay. I didn't think about that. That
yeah,
like that.
you
Okay,
you're
so that's how
eating,
slow.
yeah, but you ain't, but your body is not, not digesting, and so so as the so as the injections, so of course, like my system is not super regulated, so now I'm in constipation mode. So that's why I asked my doctor, like, I need to get this under control. I need to stay on 2.5 because if it's stronger than this, I'm in trouble. you
Uh,
know
did
so
you did you feel like if it went up to point well, up to the five, it would made you more constipated? I guess.
yeah, that's how I felt. So once I got my system where I was, taking probiotics, consciously trying to drink more water, trying to get myself situated where, okay, I could be regulated. Because when I first started, I was literally going like 4 days without a BM. That's a long time, and you
That
still
is,
eating.
that
You
is
know,
a long time.
yeah, and it's not like you're not eating those days. You're still eating. I was jacked up. I hate to
Yeah,
sound
yeah,
graphic, but
yeah. After about 3 days for me, I'm gonna have to go looking for it.
hello. And I got the diet. I use like I keep that ballerina tea.
Uh-huh.
That's my emergency. And I tried everything. I have videos about it, prune juice, all of that.
Hmm.
So now I just started last week was the 10.0. Like I have worked my way all the way up.
Oh,
And
so
I
you're
was
on 10 point. Oh, I did see that one where you said you was
Yeah,
10
and
point.
I'm gonna take my injection today because Wednesday I didn't take it because it was the 10.0 is so strong. It's big. It's a biggie.
Okay. I was just gonna ask. I was gonna say, I remember you skipped the day this week, and I heard you say today you were gonna take it. So you don't have to take it on the same day all the time. You can adjust taking that shot if you need to.
Well, no, you're supposed to. You're supposed to take it once a week. But
Okay.
because my stomach and my like the 10.0, I was just like, I can't take it right now until I
Okay.
get my stomach back in order.
Okay.
Because
Okay. So that was
yeah,
just an adjustment that you made for
yeah,
yourself personally. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
yeah,
Um,
because
why is it that
it's
you all
free.
Yeah,
Huh?
why is it that you all switch where you give yourself injections at?
Because some places give you stronger for some reason, a stronger feeling of fullness than other places. I've done my belly, I've done my arm, but I didn't like when I did my arm. Maybe it was psychological or whatever, but I felt like, my heart was palpitating more. But in my thigh, that's when I first noticed it was much stronger.
Uh-huh.
The feeling of being full. So I just keep giving myself, I just keep doing my thigh.
Okay, so depending on your body part, you could feel the difference in that injection, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay, that's interesting to know. Learn a whole bunch of stuff, and I did see where someone said that you will get scar tissue if you
Hey,
continuously shoot into the same place. Oh,
oh, okay.
yeah. Okay.
I gotta get some of that Rise coffee. I see Annette is mentioning that, and you've talked about that too. Where you order that,
Yeah.
online?
Right. You can order it online. Is where I got mine from. Or I think I saw some on Amazon one time.
Okay.
That Rise coffee, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta order
Yeah,
that.
the Rise coffee helps a lot. I use that. I drink it now. Started drinking it twice a day, in the morning and then before I go to bed. I want to see if I feel the difference because they say drink it twice a day.
Now, is that for protein, energy? What is that for? I think I asked you.
It's just supposed to have a lot of different benefits for you. As far as sleeping, for me, I use it for sleeping, helping you be less bloated, different things like that. And then, no, it's not protein. It's not. There's less than a gram of protein in that coffee. I usually add my
Okay.
protein to it. So for
Okay.
me, that's what I use it for. Is to help me get in more protein. I'll add in 20 grams of protein to my coffee. So that helps me as far as getting in my protein. But that
Mhm.
Rise coffee is very, very good. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen a few people. I'm gonna have to try to get some, try
Yeah.
it out and see. But yeah, that's all I was. There, it's a big difference. I mean, I think it helps the GLP-1,
Uh-huh.
but it sounds like you heading towards that direction.
Yeah, yeah. I think I am. I'm kind of still, debating to make up my mind and stuff. But now
Mm,
I don't know. You started off just with the keto or something like that before you went to GLP-1s, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I
Oh, okay.
Well, a couple years ago, I started with Ozempic, but that was strictly, for the diabetes because my insulin levels were going up. So I started with that, but
Okay.
my kidney levels dropped. You have to drink water, and I'm saying that. This is probably my first bottle of water. I had coffee, but you got to drink water on the GLP-1. So if you're a good water drinker, that's you're ahead of the game there. You got to drink a lot of water.
Oh, okay. Okay then. Let's see what else. Since we got you up here, we can ask you some questions. No. But
I can make
let's
my
see what
head
else have I
cry.
seen that you do. Okay, and how long did it take you to get your body straightened out where you were able to start using the GLP-1? How
Well,
long
I
did it take?
started in January on 2.5, and I didn't get the 5.0 until like April.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
February, March, April. So like 3 months
yeah,
you were
yeah.
there.
I was not
Okay.
ready to change, and so yeah. So April, I think April and May, I did April, May, and I think June. I
Uh-huh.
don't think I did 7.5. I did April, May, and June. I think I did the 5.0, and then in June. April, May, and June. I can't remember if I had two boxes because you get four needles in each box. I can't remember if I had two boxes of 7.5. I know I had July. I think I had two boxes. I can't remember, but yeah. But
Okay. I have a question about, I hear you all talking about compound. Now, is that a combination or what is a compound?
so my understanding is two things, and if Alonda 180, she her channel, she probably could excuse me, give the most information. My understanding, and I'm not sure if it's accurate, but compound is um I think it's a generic mixture where people mix the ingredients for the injection themselves.
Uh-huh.
Now, like I said, I could be wrong, but that's my understanding, the compound.
Uh-huh.
The other thing that sometimes people talk about when they say compound to me is the trizepatide, because like Ozempic focuses on diabetes.
Uh-huh.
Mounjaro has something else in it that, like I said, sometimes when people say compound, I think that's what they mean. Mounjaro has two components. It has something for the diabetes and something for appetite suppressant.
Okay.
Okay. Whereas it started out with um, like Ozempic was for was for diabetes, but the side effect was weight loss. You see what
Okay.
I'm saying? So now people have added another component, and that you might know something about more about that too. She's in the chat. She might know something more about like that compound, but that's my understanding. I know Alonda uses a compound, and she literally mixes her injection, and she has like the open needle. You know, I don't have the needle. I have what looks like an EpiPen. You know,
Oh, okay.
the the Mounjaro and Zepbound and stuff like that. She has the open needle, which is, and she mixes. I've seen her mix her stuff up.
Ah, okay, okay. So,
Yeah,
wow. Um, I guess now it seems like a lot to me. That's because I'm still learning about it.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, those. You have some
Something happened to you.
generic brands. You know what I mean? Company here, Lilly, that makes Moon.
Hello? I don't know, but I've started flickering again. I don't know if I lost low carb queen.
No, I'm still here. Let's
Oh,
see.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, and that says yeah, she has the EpiPen too.
Okay. So when you get your order, you get 4 pens in it. And so it sounds like an injection a week. 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Yes.
4 pens.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And you keep them in the refrigerator.
All right. Well, I
Yeah.
guess I'm gonna get ready to end this line because I done started flickering. I've been over here for longer than an hour. It seems like StreamYard say you can stay on here for hours, but it's always something going on with them.
Thanks for letting me come up. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad that you came up to join me, Low Carb Queen, and answer some of the questions that we have about the GLP-1. Next week, I do have a special guest. She'll be on here, GLP-1 in review. And so make sure that you all tune in for that. And anyone who wants to come up on the stage with us, ask questions, put them in the chat. You're welcome to do that.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I have a special guest too next week.
Yes, I want to see her.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited for her too.
Okay. Joe, is that her name? Okay, anyway, Low Carb Queen is gone, y'all. I'm going to get ready to go ahead and end my live. And on my way out, I'm going to play my theme song, you all. And just post below what you think about it, okay? Everyone, have a great weekend. And I will see you later. Bye-bye. All right, let me see if I can do this.
Exercise, dieting and walking, a powerful blend. This will change your life forever, right until the end. Keto and fasting, a path to embrace, healing mind, body and spirit, finding your true place. all is for you. Exercise, dieting, and walking, a powerful plan. This will change your life forever, right until the end. Keto and fasting, a path to embrace, healing mind, body, and spirit, finding your true place. Used to